Okay, we're live. Let's just wait for the YouTube to update. Okay, we're there also. And let me just share the link on the Discord, so if anybody else is interested to join, they can do that easily through that. Hmm. Mm. Okay, just a second. So that's posted there. Okay, and yeah, now we can actually get going with our stuff. As you can see, I have started a little bit. This has been the initial idea to make like a blue guy, which I think I'm gonna scrape now and just go make something to fit with the with the sword. I kind of made this sword in the evening yesterday, so to give us kind of a rough idea what kind of a theme we wanna go with, and I have also searched for some reference images. Sup, Peter? To kind of see what we're trying to make. Um, I mean, this one looks. Thanks. Uh, so one option is, I mean, this one looks kind of more of a medieval. Maybe let's see what we can get from sci-fi night reference images. Mm. So I haven't yet really decided if I want to go with more of a robotic theme. This one looks kind of good. Um, hmm. This one looks kind of like from Star Wars or something, with this lightsaber, and then maybe, huh? Yeah, something like this could also be possible. So I guess we can just go ahead and for the sandbox. Wait a sec. I will post the link in a second. It's not public yet, so you can't really play it, but oh my god, you can check it out here, or at least what it's kind of supposed to be. And now I think I'm just gonna go ahead and change the torso a little bit, because now we have a different idea of what we're doing as what we initially thought. So we can just make something blocky kind of, and then we'll see what comes of it. Could try to do something like this perhaps, to make it like a bit more bulky. Or let me undo that and that, and okay, so now we're basically back at the default start, and now maybe we can do just something like this to kind of make like a large Yeah, hopefully they release it soon. I mean, as far as I know, the initial plan was for the, I think it's alpha or the first season to be already released, but I think they pushed back that to the end of May. Um, we'll see, we'll see. Hopefully it gets released soon, yeah. And hopefully it won't be too buggy and stuff like uh, all early releases tend to be. So that, and then now maybe we can extend this a bit further on the back as well. So, and for the torso I don't really think we need many more details. Let's see, 2, 3, 4, 5, and now there's 4 on this side, right? I guess that's fine. So now I'm just kind of roughly modeling what the body will look like, and then we can go ahead and color it appropriately and stuff. So for this part I'm actually kind of good. Let me just check some references. So maybe I can open this image in a new tab. Oh my gosh, it's so small. Maybe not. Maybe we can find some other, maybe like this one. Let's see. Okay, this one looks kind of better, but it has like a lot of details, so we won't be able to exactly replicate it. Let's see if this one is in a higher resolution. Okay, that's better. And then maybe just something like this as well, just to get some ideas what we wanna do here. So maybe we can extend this part here as well on the back side, just so we have a symmetric shoulder from front and the back. And then maybe we can do like a little thingy here as well. Let's see. How do we wanna do that? Maybe we can just do like an outline. So let's pick the color and the tools, and then just perhaps we can go around like so, just to make the shoulders a bit bulkier. And I hope that will look good in the end. So that's probably it for the arm muscle. And then for the forearm, we could maybe try to make it like wider on this side, but that would probably cause some issues again, so we'll just try to make some details, and I don't think we really need to model it in any way, shape or form. So there's that. And now for the head, what do we want to do for the head? So we have done this, which is yeah, just gonna get scraped, I guess. So maybe we can turn on the mirroring, just so we don't have to do everything twice. Now let's make the face flat. Let's get rid of the beard and maybe leave just the eyes. Mm, yeah, we can do that. I'm just deciding if I wanted to make it like a robot or like a person, or to be obvious that there's a person inside. Um, One thing, no. I'm not sure which part you didn't agree with. Save the beard. Sure. Okay, let's save the beard. Um, okay. And the mustache too, probably. And now, let's try to make a helmet. So this should be a bit more downwards. And then we were using, I think we can go with the gray for the base color here, and make some details then with the red. Mm, so I know what you mean, but I think the chainmail would be kind of difficult to make with these boxes or voxels, so I'll probably just make the, or maybe it can have like some chainmail on the side, like to protect the neck, but it probably won't be visible from underneath the helmet. There just isn't enough room for details. So now let's see which red this is, so we can make the helmet kind of similar, and we're going with a bit more modern design. So let's see what we can do here. So this was the red, and maybe you can just add a little line here just so we have this color ready. And then maybe our knight doesn't have to be as old as before. Maybe we can color the beard brown or something. Or it's an older knight. It could be that also, but um, it's kind of easier if the beard isn't gray like the helmet. It kind of makes it pop out at least a little bit. And then I guess it could extend like somewhere to somewhere here, and then maybe we could do like a little bit of the chainmail details like this for the neck maybe. And there's gonna be a little problem here because we're mirroring, but not too big of a deal. And then probably we would go ahead and make the chainmail here as well, like so, just so the entire neck is covered in it. And then maybe we can let's just see how long this beard is on the model. So we could actually maybe extend it a little bit. Like so. And then also let's just fill in this part, just so we don't have any Z fighting or weird stuff when he tilts his head, and you can kind of see that part that wasn't colored in. Now we're just making the bright spots a little bit darker, just so it's easier to distinguish them from the rest of the helmet. Then we could either make the horns go kind of like down and forward, like so. Well, this isn't the greatest, but yeah, or either upwards. So let's just find out where they should kind of start. Something like this. Then we maybe it's not like the cattle horns, but it can kind of look a bit more modern because this is still a superhero asset and not as much a medieval one. So maybe we can do something like this. Well, this doesn't really look like horns, do they? They're more like those wings. Maybe we can do something like this, and then so this kind of looks more like it, but still not entirely happy with how that looks. Whoa. Nope, not like that. Maybe something like this, and then they could be even moved outward a little bit. So let me just extend everything one voxel outwards, and then we can delete. Let's first delete this. So now they kind of look a little bit more menacing, or I think that looks kind of cool. And maybe we could even do let's see. So I'm not too sure about this part, but maybe if it's a bit more futuristic, it could have like a visor or like a screen here. Something like this. Oops. And maybe then let's fill this in as well, just so it doesn't look too weird. And then okay, so that's can we change it to a brighter? But I don't like this blue too much. Yeah, we'll see about this blue, what we wanna do with it. So let's see what we can do with the details. Maybe here we have two padding, so maybe we can go ahead and of course change to the color tool, not the blocks, and then maybe do like an outline here. And then it just needs to be kind of obvious that the helmet is still extending downwards. Let's see how we can do that. Maybe we can do like a darker line on the bottom, just to make it kind of separate from the chainmail. And then maybe we can do another little red line details, maybe going here and then all the way across the top, and then it kind of finishes off on the back side. Maybe something like this, and something like this. Okay, and then maybe let's also do one outline here for the horns. And I think that's more or less it with the color that we want to be using here. And let me just check what it would look like if we deleted this and then made the visor end here. So I think that would make the helmet appear a bit more slim. And we can also do, let's extend this to 21 just to make this top part of the shoulder a bit taller, and let's not mirror the stuff. And now we can also fill this in with the gray, so it's kind of the same color as the rest of our model. And let's do the same thing for forearm and for the torso as well. Okay. And now maybe we can start making some torso details, but let me just check out which green we're using here. Of course it's... Actually we could use the green for emissive parts and then red for the other details. So let's try to figure out where this green would kind of fit on the torso. Let's use our mirroring, and we can just start outlining some shapes that we have here, and we'll figure out where the details will go later. So let's fill that in. Then maybe we can do an outline here, like so. Then make this part darker as well. Okay. And then maybe for some details we could go with something like this maybe. And let's see. Have some green part slide up here. Then we can do a red-ish outline here. So that's for the front part, and maybe in the back we could, let's see. So maybe something like this. just think a little bit. It's like so, then 3, and maybe... no, I don't like it. So let's get rid of that. Let's turn on the nice lines so we can see a little bit better what's going on. Oops. And maybe we can do an outline all the way around for this part as well. And now I'm just trying to figure out what kind of details I want to make here, but we can figure that out later. We really don't have to do everything right now. And then maybe go ahead and do something like this. Sure. And then for this part we can do something kind of similar by making like this plate here, and then just doing some diagonals like so. So let's see our overall creation for now. Another thing we could do would be to extend these sides a little bit further. So I guess we could do something like this, and we just pray we don't get too much interlapping stuffy stuff when we when the head is turning in the animations. So let's do it here as well, and let's check it out. So right now everything is still in borders, but if we were so you can see here we have like a little intersecting part, so we would probably have to make this whole thing a little bit wider. Let's go ahead and do that, like so. Then what exactly do we want to do here? So I think now we need to continue with the line of 2 thickness, just to make it kind of look good. And then we can also extend this upwards, like so. So it kind of makes sense from both perspectives. And now we can maybe do like a battery or something here on the back, with the bright green in the middle, and then some darker, whoa, that's not what we wanted, and then with the dark green outline, and we can check it out now, what it kind of looks like. And of course, if we wanted to, we could even go into the game maker and see what it would look there. Okay. And now maybe just for some details, maybe make some shades here next to the outline, and then this, because it's on the top, maybe we can use a brighter shade of gray, something like this. And then here for the corners we can use a little bit brighter gray again, just so that this back part looks a little bit more interesting. And then what we can also do is maybe let's count here 1, 2, 3, 4, and maybe just do a darker red on the bottom. And apparently we aren't using the mirrors anymore. So and maybe can do like a little detail here as well. And maybe we could even go all the way around. Just to make some of these darker dots. Like so. Actually, maybe we can try to extend them further inwards. Okay. And then let's try to do some details for this side as well. Some shadows at the bottom. Then some highlights at the top. And then just make the whole torso a little bit more rounded by adding some brighter or darker details. And maybe we can even mirror this side onto the back side as well. Let's see if that messes anything up. So we might have some problems with the arm. Let's see where the pivot points are. So maybe we can adjust them a little bit to avoid some of this Z-fighting. So we can't move the pivot point too much downwards, because otherwise the forearm kind of floats in the air. Okay, so we're kind of done with that, and now let's go ahead and extend this stuff further down. Okay, and then maybe we can add an even brighter detail for these corners here and maybe here. Okay. And now for the shoulders. Let's turn off this mirroring and use the Z1 instead. Now maybe we can do like a little bit of something like this. Then maybe an outline here as well. So this would kind of connect here. And then let's get rid of that. And maybe if we just did an outline on this side as well, just so it kind of separates this part. And then maybe we can fill this in with a bit darker shade of gray. And let's see what we can do here. Let's make this even a little bit darker. And then this part can be a little bit brighter. And then here let's do a little shadow as well. Like so. And now I'm just trying to figure out if it would make sense to make some of those green details or not. So maybe we could add them actually on the side of the arm. Something like this. Oops, that's actually incorrect. Let's do it like so. And let's turn on the emissiveness. And then maybe we could even delete this to make it stand out a little bit more. Let's check it out. So that might be a bit too much actually. So maybe we can delete this and then make them here instead, like so, and then here. So let's check this out, and I think that does look a little bit better. Okay, now for this top part we can just go ahead and do some highlights like here and here, and then do something similar for this top part. Let's see. Like so, and then maybe we can do some little details here as well. Just something like this. And maybe we can figure out something to do with the shoulders. Maybe just like some little rectangles going around. Then maybe we can do a little bit of anti-aliasing in the corners. And then maybe make a highlight on the top side as well. Okay, and then let's just add some darker reds to the corners here as well. And then here, and then here as well. And then maybe we can even do like a little detail here. I'll just go ahead with something like this. And we still kind of need to figure out what we're gonna do with this part, but I guess we can do that later. So let's just trim the volume, because this is mostly gonna be it for the model size. And what's going on here? So now we can maybe get rid of some of this chainmail, because it's kind of intersecting with the rest of the body. So let's just make the neck a little bit narrower, like so, and then here on this side as well. And now we're completely wrecking our model because we have the wrong mirror on. So let's use this one instead. Okay, so we need to delete this. And now let's color back the beard and this. And now we can make the chainmail on the neck still, but it's just a little bit narrower. And then maybe the bottom part can also be a little bit brighter. It doesn't have to be as dark, because now we know where our helmet is ending. And let's see, nope, I don't really like that kind of a beard. So we can keep this, and then let's use a darker blue here, nope, like so, just to make a little shadow here. And now I still think, well, still, again, whatever you wanna call it, I think it would make more sense if we extended these downwards until the bottom of the helmet. And then maybe for this part we can do just a little something like this, just so it's kind of a little bit more circular shaped. And now for the horns, maybe we can make them a little bit narrower towards the top, so let's go ahead and do that. Let's see, maybe we can do them like this, so they don't get too narrow. I think that 2 voxels might be a bit of an overkill. Then let's go ahead and make some highlights where the light is hitting the horns. Then some shadows. Oh, hello, Mattea. I hope you're enjoying the stream. So just color in some stuff. Okay, and then for this part we can do something similar, like what we did with the neck. Just use some darker shades of... wait. Oh, so this one is already the darkest shade, so we can't really use any darker shades than that. So maybe we can do a little bit of highlights here, and then maybe 2 voxels in between. Then here, here, here. And there's gonna be 3 on the top, but not really a big problem. Okay, and then here we can do some little details like so, and then maybe just some stuff here to make it appear a little bit more rounded. Then something like this, then here. And then for the top, maybe we can do like a little bit darker inline outline on the inside, whatever you would call that. So let's go ahead and do it now. And maybe we can add some lines going across, not like this of course, but like so. Here and here and here. And now maybe if we were just let's extend everything 1 voxel further down, just so we can kind of get done with this pattern that we have going on. Okay, now we need to exit the modeler, because as you could see, it kind of glitched out a little bit. I mean, everything became white, and you can't really work with that. And then maybe we can do an actual outline with the brighter gray towards here. And now let's see what can we do with this kind of bottom part. Maybe we can just add a bit darker line, like so. Let me see. Maybe it starts there, then it goes through here, and maybe all the way to the back. Not too happy about it. Doesn't really look like anything much. Maybe something like this looks better, and then we can use some darker shades as well. Like so, maybe. Just fills in the blanks. So I think that looks kind of fine actually. And then maybe let's just color maybe or not. Let's not color that in. Then for the beard, let's see. I think we should extend it outwards, so that would make sense. And then maybe on the outside it can be a little bit darker. like so, and then on the top side maybe we can make some little highlights just to give like a little bit of a volume and whatnot. And then here we can do a little bit of a shadow from this visor, and we can also trim the volumes for our head, because we aren't really gonna be making or we won't be updating the model, so to speak. Okay. I don't really like this detection because it kind of looks bugged at the start. So let's go ahead with something like this. And I have just realized that we could maybe reuse some of the detail ideas from the weapon on the arms or some other parts of the body. So let's extend this to 12, then move it here, and then change the pivot point to 5.6 if I'm not mistaken. And then let's do something like this, and well, maybe we can change the mirroring direction, so like this, and then here as well. But I don't like it too much on the outside. Let's see how it would work on the inside. So this is basically the middle. Like so, maybe something like this. And we can try to do that on the other side as well. Sure. And now we can decorate this. Here and here. And then for the bottom parts we use the darker gray. Then maybe we can connect them I don't think the red would be the best idea. Maybe with some more gray. And we can turn off some of the ghost rig, just so we can kind of see better what's actually going on with our model. And then maybe we can add like a little red detail here, just like so, and then on the inside as well. Let's turn this back on, and then let's mirror over the x-axis, just because that's what we usually do. And then maybe for the forearm, we have already trimmed the volume, unfortunately, but we can always make it larger. So let's extend this to 9, and then this to 8. Then we move it one into this direction and one here. And now let's just adjust the pivot point from 4.5 to wait a sec. So this is the red to 4. Wait, we were at 4.5, so maybe to 5.5, and then here to 4, I think, just so we are actually in the same position as we were before. And now we could actually mirror over this axis as well, right? So if we do that, and then let's maybe move everything downwards a little bit, just so we try to avoid as much intersections as possible. So maybe let's use 3 here, and then leave some margin on the bottom as well. Then make 3 there. Let's check it out. So I think that looks kind of cool, but let's also extend these outwards a little bit. And also we are using one mirror too much here. So let's update this. Then, oops, that's the wrong gray. Okay, so we got something similar on the top side or on the arm, and now for the forearm we can go ahead, and these are actually 4 long. So let's maybe extend these outwards a little bit as well. And then let's do the highlights here. And then some shadows on the bottom. Okay. And then we can maybe do some details like so. And here as well. Cool. And now we can add some more shadows, because why not? So here and there, and then here on this side they're actually gonna connect, because they are too close to one another. Maybe we can come on. Okay, we can do like a little detail like so as well. Okay. And now for the fist. Let's see, this is our base color, right? So let's color it like that. And then, as you can see, I have tried to make some details already. So let's color these darker, and then do this as well. And then here we definitely don't need any kind of any kind of mirroring, because this part isn't really mirrorable. Is that the word? Mirrorable? But yeah, you get the idea. Mirrorable. That's an interesting tongue twister. Mirrorable. And okay, here for the thumb, and then maybe we can do, let's see, so we can go with something like this, and then we turn this to emissive, and let's check it out. So that's kind of cool. The only unfortunate thing. So let's see. Can we make it go like through the entire arm? Maybe if we did. Let's see. First, I need to select the right tools, of course. Okay. Then here. So that's for the first part, and then on the forearm it would actually go, let me just turn on the ghost so we can see actually which side we're coloring. Then here it would kind of go like so, all the way through. And let's make these two emissive as well, and then maybe we can even do some darker shades next to the reds, like so. Then it kind of finishes off in the glove or in the hand, whatever you want to call it. Then we still need to kind of figure out what we want to do with the bottom part of the hand. So this is gonna be darker, and then maybe like so. Okay, and yeah, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and finish the torso, and then we can call it a day for the Vox edit, and then I'll just go into the game maker until the next full hour, because then I have some lectures, so yeah, there really isn't really an option to stream any longer, unfortunately, today. So let's finish this first. Let's make another outline on the bottom. And then here it can kind of finish up, because if we were to continue with our red here, it would just make everything most likely look kind of bloated. And here we can play around with some darker shades again, something like this. And then for this bottom part, actually, I don't think it's like the best idea to do too much details, but maybe we can. I mean, this isn't intersecting as much as the medium template, so we might actually be fine if we were to maybe just do something like, whoa, definitely not that. That was the wrong button. So let's go ahead and do that. Then maybe like this little dot here. And then some stuff on the back as well. And now let's see. I think we can make this go all the way on the bottom, and then we can do something like just some darker line extensions of these details. So here, 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 here and here. And then for the first line next to the this red outline, we can maybe do some even darker, well, even darker grays. So like here, here, and here. Okay, and then maybe we can do this for the brighters as well, just so we can have like this completed outline all the way around. Okay, and then for the last little detail we can, well, not do that of course, but yeah, finish it off with something like this. So that's kind of gonna be today's progress for this asset. Maybe we can work on it on Friday as well. Maybe not. We'll see about that. How early I manage to finish it. But now let's move to Game Maker, where I'm making a submission for the game jam, and we can work on that for like another hour, and then we'll call it a day. And let me just get a sip of my drink while the game maker loads. Okay, let's log in. And we have been working on this part of the map on Friday as well, so if you're interested how we got to this point, you can always check the VOD from the previous streams. But basically what we have going on is the player spawns here, and then they need to collect the idols to beat the wizard basically. And today we're just changing some of these animated decorations into, what are they called? The platforms, right? If we can find it, okay. Just so they kind of change the maze layout. So actually here we're gonna have so here we could actually move the entire space. I mean space, here's like 6 of them, right? But if we were moving that, we would have to get rid of all the books on them. So maybe let's just make the outer 2s into basic platforms and try to give them the same weight duration, so they would hopefully move together. So let's go ahead and check that out. Okay, so both of them are moving, right? So this one is here, this one is there. There is also one... Wait, what's the deal with this one? Okay, so that one is also moving, so... Maybe let's get rid of these, move it back to animated decoration, and just give it a random variation. Animated decoration v2, sure. So this one moves by minus 2.5, and then maybe we can move this one as well, just so they can kind of move together, minus 2.5. So there is that, and then maybe we could move yeah, we can change these to basic platforms as well, just so we can actually block this passage. Maybe not really. Well, actually we could. So let's go ahead and do that. Change this to basic basic platform, and then we can add like a 6 seconds wait time to all of them. And so this one is 3, this one is gonna be 3 as well, and then this one is gonna be -3 because it's rotated the other way. So this needs to go to 6, and the offset is going to -3. So we're kind of done with that part. Let's see what else could we be moving. So maybe these shelves could be moved. Let's see. Oh, these are the double ones. Okay, so let's not play around with that, and maybe we can make this one kind of close here. First let's move this one a little bit closer so they actually close this intersection, and let's change it from animated decoration to basic platform, which needs to move by 2, and it's gonna be waiting 5 seconds. So there's that, and I think we're gonna have another problem because these assets are gonna be spawning regardless of whether the player is nearby or not. So let's see if we can do something about that. So this is our spawn broadcaster, and let's see if we can edit logic to so wait, yeah, we definitely want to wait, and then message required. Wait a sec. Visible. We can make that to false. Message to send. A message required. So let's see. We can create a new message like start spawning beavers. Beaver. Okay, let's add that. So now we should have no beavers spawning if we made the correct adjustments. And we can just check out our maze. Wait, what's going on here? Let's see. It was these two, right? So okay, this one has wait duration 10 and this one has 3, so that's what kind of caused the weirdness there. So let's just set them both to 8, and I think that should be fine. So the beavers weren't spawning, which is good. And then we could... Okay, so these are the door. We can't really change that, and this one was set to invisible, right? Let's see. So you can't see it. Okay, so that's a neat little trick for the for the logic stuff. And then let's see if we can make this box. Can I wait? Why can't I select the box? Okay, so it's actually a block. Interesting. Let's just find some... I have no idea what the best asset would be to use as this thingies as the broadcasters and stuff. So let's just find... Maybe we can use the trash bins. So we would need to have one probably like here, or yeah, so it would kind of detect where when the player gets nearby, it would then start spawning. But let's see. So can we wait before broadcast? So this is basically just waiting for the message. So we can't go with that. Can we make that well, not an asker? Let's check out the logic for the asset spawner. Use preset. So this is locked. Behavior, text components, physics. So this one also works with the message required, but we need to figure out how we're gonna send the message when someone comes nearby. Let's see, speaker. So detect entity. Make a message after spoken. So this displays some text. Let's rename it to player detected. Detection range. Target assets is avatar. Sure. And then this one is gonna be start spawning beavers, right? And then maybe we can move it to the ground just so the player can actually interact with it. So a little bit further down, like so. Okay. Okay, player detected, and the beavers have started spawning. So, can we do this? Let me just try to put that on the message broadcaster, so maybe it can trigger itself. So add component, speaker, player is nearby, and then this is gonna a way to detect entity, and the only problem is that the detection range is like really small. So I think we would need to move that logic to some object that is closer to the gates, like this recycle bin. So let's add component. Speaker, and then it's gonna detect entity. We can make it move a little bit inwards, just so the beavers don't spawn too soon. Let's check out edit logic. Message when spoken is gonna be start spawning beavers, and then let's add the health component as well, just so we can kill it later. So this is the health component, and then instant death message is gonna be what? Idle quest done, right? So let's go ahead and try that out, but let's save first. Okay, so this has been saved. And now let's try the whole level out. Are the beavers spawning? I don't think so. So if we jump here, so this kind of isn't detecting us, right? So let's try to so now we have to be kind of careful, just so the player doesn't bump into it by mistake. Maybe we can put it here, and yeah, that that was the problem. We didn't add the message broadcast behavior, right? So let's send the message, or no, wait, what's going on? Just a sec. So we have a speaker that detects an entity, and when it detects it, it should send. Wait, no, that's it. It sends a message, start spawning beavers, and it also displays hello. So let's see if we can get it to say hello now. Okay, hello, and here's our beaver. Now let's go quickly through the maze to check if collecting all the idols actually disables the. And maybe we could even change the quest to no, my god. And we could maybe even change the quest so it would be a little bit okay. So the recycle bin is dead, and here comes the wizard that's chasing us. Okay, and the shells are still moving. Cool. So that's working. And now we could even make this bin invisible. And what is this for? The broadcast will spawn. Okay, so this one is supposed to purge the beavers, but we can't do that yet. So yeah, we can get rid of this. And then we could add a little bit more delay for these two. Okay, and then yeah, I don't think we should really make these idols any more difficult to collect, but we can try to experiment with what would happen if we added the rarity component. And we can play around with this stuff if we wanted to, and then maybe let's just go to the rules and then change the amount of idols we need to collect to 3, just so we have a little bit easier job to do. Let's wait for it to save, and now let's see what this... Okay, so that's like a little bit of help. Can we... Okay, and that's already at max. So we can't really do much there. And let's just move it downwards. And also, why are these gates opening by themselves? So that kind of helps, I guess, but these won't have them. I guess it does help a little bit. So maybe let's just go ahead to all the others and just add the... Where are you? Rarity component to this one, to this one as well, and I think we should move them to the ground. So let's see, this one is at Y41. How high is this one? 41. Okay, 41, sure. So let's add another component, a rarity. This one is at 42, so let's move it downwards a little bit. And this one also. This one is good, and it already has the rarity. Let's check this one. Let's move it downwards. Wait. 41. 41. And 41. Great. So let's change the rules back to 5. And now I'm just trying to figure out why these doors are opening by themselves. So they require either interact or trigger message, and I think we can get rid of the trigger. And let's see, just let's get rid of this broadcaster behavior because we don't really need it. So let's see what's going on here. Okay, so the doors are closed now. Now they are open. Hello. Here come the beavers. So first idle is alright. I don't think this one had the VFX. So let's add component, rarity. There is that. And then we could also hide this pillar, or you know what? Let's try to make it invisible and we'll test for collisions, how that actually works. So yeah, you can't move through it. Okay, that is good to know. So let's rotate this around, and then we can try to hide it into the platform of the wizard, just so it kind of and then just so the player doesn't bump into invisible stuff. And then let's try to offset it by 1 or -1, just so the beavers aren't spawning inside of the shelves. Okay, so now let's try to complete the full room. So one should be back here. Hello. One should be here. One is here and one is... Did this one have the VFX? I'm not too sure. Okay, get hit beaver. Why isn't the wizard aggroing me? Wait a sec. Okay, so that was just a bug with the... Wait. Fight me! Why isn't he coming down? Okay, now he's coming down. Interesting. So let's check this one. Okay, this one didn't have the VFX component, so let's quickly add that. And now for the wizard. So let's try to add like a test recycle bin, and let's just check out what's up with the... wait a sec. So that wasn't here, was it under the Wait a sec. I thought there was like a behavior change or something, but apparently animate desker asset spawner button door message broadcast soldier prey predator plant. I thought there was... Oh, toggle behavior. So let's see what toggle behavior does. This might also help with our wizard. Edit logic. Toggle behavior. Turn on message. Turn off message. Okay, so maybe we can do this instead of the replace asset for the wizard. So let's change this to melee enemy by default, and then add component toggle behavior. And then to turn on the behavior, we need to get the idle quest done, and then we don't really need any other messages, right? So let's go ahead and save this. Okay, let's press play. So this dude shouldn't be, or nope. Okay, so he aggroes us anyway. So let's see, turn off message. Can we set it as spawn beaver? Start spawning beavers? Initial behavior state. Oh, so let's put it to false. Okay. So let's check if the wizard will attack us now. Can we damage him? Nope. Okay, so let's go ahead and collect all the remaining idols or artifacts, but we're calling them idols. Oops, there's a moving. Okay, and now he's toggled into his behavior, so that's good because now we have more options to fine-tune the wizard and his behavior. We can make him even have a little bit less HP than by default or something like that. How much HP do you have, you bastard? Run away. Okay, so let's see. We have these components now and the behavior. Now let's add another component, which is gonna be health, of course, and that might have been the reason why we weren't able to really damage this guy. So let's see, enemy type melee, sure, tags to attack avatar, chasing zone, okay, so yeah, something like this is gonna be the chasing zone. Interruptible, sure, can block attacks, sure, then attack damage, we can lower that a little bit, just because we have like an army of beavers hunting us already. So that's kind of fine. Let's save. Play. Then let's try to damage this guy right now. Okay, so we still can't. So there's one idol here. There. Oh, so these are actually quite annoying. The last one should be here, right? Okay, so we have triggered the wizard. Come on. So he isn't really coming after me. Okay, so he aggroed now. Where are you at? Come here. Okay, now we can damage him. I don't think the HP bar was displayed before. And let's also see if they're gonna. Whoa, where did you come from? Okay, and the beavers are kind of glitched on the inside. This one can move through walls, but yeah. Okay, now let's just hack and slash. Okay. So we have killed the wizard. Whoa. Oh, and that's the edge of our experience. As you can see on the minimap, there's like a purple area on the other side of this wall. Okay, so this is kind of more or less done. Let's just see the spawn interval. So this is 5. Then delay between broadcasts is 5 again. So let's see if there are actually more multiple beavers spawning, because as far as I could see there was only one spawned, unless we were really fast at collecting our stuff. So there aren't really any others spawning. If I get to here, would that spawn it? Okay, so that does spawn it. Interesting. So I was kind of hoping that once this would start, it would keep on going. So we can actually do hmm. Oh, we can toggle the behavior, right? So okay, let me just think about this for a little bit. So this needs health, or it doesn't even need health. We can do everything with the toggle behavior, right? So let's add this, and then let's not wait before broadcast. Initial behavior is gonna be false, so it's gonna be turned off, and then it turns on when it hears the start spawning beavers. And then it turns off when it when you can't decide whether you wanna say hear or heard, and then you just say heard. And it stops when on message idle quest done. Then this can be just toggle spawn, and we can add this as as a separate message. So let's see if this works now. It's actually quite exciting. Did we? So there's hello. There's one beaver. There's another beaver. Can we get a third beaver? The third beaver is coming. Run. Okay. Now let's collect the idols or the artifacts. Oh no, we missed one. Oh no. Now it's actually quite more difficult than before with all these beavers. Move! Move! Let me let me collect this stuff. And the last one is here. And now, yeah, there's an army of beavers chasing us. So maybe next time. Now we have confirmed that the logic, at least from the start, works as intended. But now let's try to confirm that it also actually stops them from spawning, and the last one is gonna be here. Okay, and now we just need to kill the beavers before they kill us. And now there's the wizard as well. So, oh no, they got me into the corner. So with the beavers it's kind of unfortunate that we can't make them a little bit less tanky. Okay. So we got rid of one, and this wizard really hurts. And he got us. But I think that works as intended, so there should actually be no more beavers spawning, right? But what if we go... Oh, so the starting trigger was killed by the quest completion, so we're actually done here. And then maybe we can just add like a little gates leading to the next room, and that would open when we finish the quest. So gate, metal gate, and we can use the metal gates. And let's see how big this is. So it's 4 blocks thick. let's maybe delete this. Rotate and then realign to something like this. And then this is gonna be behavior door, which is already by default. And then message required is gonna be kill wizard done. And then nothing from here. So there's that. And now let's try to get everything done, and let's try to not die in the process. And actually, now that I mentioned it, maybe we could try to add like a healer to this level, or so I think we could have like a fireplace. Let me just grab it from the shop. So there's still this. Let's get rid of that. Go to the market, search for fire. Fireplace. Okay, we could just click there. Is this added? Okay. And now I think we can just save and then relaunch the game, and then we should be able to see the fireplace, which will give us like some regeneration, just so it's kind of easier for some players. Okay, now let's search for the fireplace in our inventory. Well, that's not how you spell that. Fireplace. And let's move it. Where should we put it? Maybe like here. And then let's set the behavior to healer, and it's not gonna have any walking zone because it's a fireplace. And let's change healing range to maybe 2. Healing speed is already at max, and then components health. We could make the beavers destroy the fireplace, but I'm not too sure if we actually want to do that. Let's just leave the health component as it is, and now let's go ahead and try testing our little level. So, oh my god, one is here. And maybe we could add even like a speaker component or something, so it says like, come here and I'll heal you, or whatnot. Okay, so we have triggered the wizard. Now let's try to not get killed. Now this should be healing us, but it really isn't. Is it healing the beavers? Also, oh my gosh, why is the the fireplace? It's moving. I have no idea who it's supposed to be killing, healing, and I also don't know why it's moving around. But so was it healing the wizard actually? Heal me. Okay, so now I'm getting healed. So it's following me. Okay. That's an interesting fireplace, you know. and now the gates are open. But let's try to figure out. Okay, walk speed. Maybe we should change that to 0. Let's edit logic. Text to heal friendly and avatar. Let's just heal avatar. I have no idea what tags the beavers have. Can flee is gonna be false. So basically, and let's also move this to 0. So basically, we don't want it to move at all. Sure. So let's try that again, and if it works without any problems, I think we'll call it a day. And yeah, that's gonna be it for this stream. Well, hopefully we don't find any more glitches in our matrix. So one idle is here. There's already there's already a beaver on our ass, and the last one is this one. Okay. So now let's try to fight near the fire. Oh, and we have hit it once or twice by mistake. Okay, so the wizard isn't aggroing us. Now let's move here. So this is healing us. Come on. Okay, apparently we still have some issues with him chasing us, but there he is. Okay, so that was done, and now with the fireplace maybe we can remove the health components just so we don't hurt it, and then maybe let's reduce heal to 5, and then healing speed to 0.5, and maybe increase the range a little bit so you don't have to stand as near, but it isn't as strong either. And then maybe, well, the 5 seconds delay is pretty good, I think. We would have to test how quickly a new player would actually find all these artifacts, because well, I already know where they are, and I have like replayed this level probably at least 20 times, so it's kind of unfair to compare my knowledge with somebody who is playing it for the first time. So, since there were no issues, I think that's gonna be it for today. I'm gonna get ready for the lectures, which start in about 10 minutes, and yeah, I guess I wish you a nice day, evening, morning, whatever the time it is at your place, and bye bye.